Hello everyone. In the previous videos we have seen about the introduction to the Java and how Java uses OOP, right? So what is OOP, object oriented programming? So what is the structure of that? What is the need of that? We have seen that. We have seen only the basics, and we'll see about OOPs in great detail when we actually code with it. Okay. So in this lecture, let us write our first program in Java. So how would the program look like in Java? Okay, so what's the structure of the program, and how do you write the code, Java code? And you know that every Java code gets converted into a bytecode by the compiler, and that bytecode is again interpreted to the your machine, right? It may be a Windows or Mac, whatever it is, but the bytecode is interpreted to your machine. Okay, so okay, let's write our first code. So I'm going to use an IDE for Java, for Java practice, right? Okay, so basically, if you want to if you want to make some projects on a particular language, you need some IDE, right? IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment, right? So you need some IDE. So for Java, there are a lot of excellent IDEs available, like Eclipse. Oh, sorry, it's Eclipse. Then IntelliJ IDEA. This is what I'm using here is IntelliJ IDE. Then one more is that is a lot of IDEs are there, and I think it's no, I don't remember the name. Okay, okay, that's fine. So there are a lot of IDEs available. So, but I prefer IntelliJ IDEA because it's created by JetBrains, and it's I think it's open source, and yeah, it's a very good IDE. Okay, it will be user friendly. Okay, most of the methods will come along. Okay, if you couldn't download the IDE, it's not a problem. Just practice in online compiler. But I'm saying that it is not a good practice to practice Java in online compiler. But time being, you can practice there. So yeah, I'm opening my IDE. So if I open my IDE, it will take some time to load all the resources. It's a very good package. It's a big package. Okay, we have Kotlin there, you have Java there, you have Android also there. So it's a big package. So I have already opened it for you. Okay, I've already opened the IDE. So this is how the opening page look like. So I have already have a project here. So I'll open a new project. So go to file, click new, create a project. Okay, so that we can involve all our codes there. Okay, create a project. So it will take some time to create a project. Okay, based on the machine. So yeah, it will show a screen like this. Then here it will ask you to it will ask you whether you want to add some extra libraries like Kotlin, Groovy, Scala. We are not going to work on that. So you can see an interesting point to note here is Kotlin is a cross platform language. Okay, so it's a cross platform language. You have Kotlin JVM or Kotlin JavaScript. Okay, so it's a cross platform language, but we are not going to talk about that in course. Just for information I told that. Okay, maybe we can learn Kotlin in another course. Okay, I'll do that. First let me okay, it's already in Java. You can see it's already in Java. So let me create next. Let me press next, and also let me press next. Okay, I'll name a project as the complete Java programmer. Okay, you can give any name, that's not a problem, but our course name is the complete Java programmer from scratch to advanced. So I'll name the project as complete Java programmer. Click finish. You click finish. Okay, it will ask you to you already have a project, whether you want to create a new project in this window or an separate window. Okay, I don't need this project. I don't need my old project now. So I'll click this window, so it will create a project for me in this window itself. Okay, or else it will open a new window, and in that window I'll be having my new project. Okay, so yeah, you can see this is our project. You have that complete Java programmer. Yeah, you have complete Java programmer. Yeah, we have created a new project in ideally, yes. And yeah, okay, double click this folder. So you have several folders here. See, in the left hand side of the screen you have several folders. So double click the complete Java folder, complete Java programmer. Then you have something called as SRC, right? That's SRC stands for source code. Okay, the source code is your exact Java program. Okay, so in the folder named source code, you have to include your Java program. So I'll right click. Okay, wait, I'll right click this, then I'll I'll click new. Okay, you follow this. right click on your source folder, click new, then you have something called as some options will be coming. So create a new Java class. Okay, so I'll create a new Java class. Okay, it asks me the class name, and you can see there are several options like class, interface, enum, annotation, Java Apex application. We'll talk about everything in this class. Okay, what is interface, what is enum, Java Apex application. Yeah, we'll do one application in Java. Okay, we'll make one application in Java. So let us create a class. The class name would be, okay, any name, but the class name should be somewhat descriptive. Okay, it should be descriptive. So let us take our first program. Okay, so okay, basically how will you type our first program? And this is interesting. This is somewhat interesting and important. I'll write like this: our first program. Okay, I'll give spaces and I'll write like a sentence. Will it accept? No, it definitely will not be accepting, because in Java this is not accepted, right? You should not give spaces, and you should remove the spaces. You should remove the spaces, then you should give like this. So this is basic, this is our convention, right? Now this convention is called as Cameron casing, which means that if you are typing a sentence like our first programming, our first program is a sentence, right? So if you are typing a sentence like our first programming, then our first program, then the each word of the sentence should be capitalized. Each letter of the word of the sentence should be capitalized. Like this, in the word our, O is capitalized. In the word first, F is capitalized. So the next word which is coming, the next letter of the word which is coming should be capitalized, right? So that's the idea I want to tell. Okay, it is not it is not understandable by the machine. Okay, it's just for our understanding. Okay, when you work in a project, say you have 5 to 6 team members, you are working in a project, then if all the members follow follow the same convention, then it will be easy for you to understand the code, read the code, right? So the code should be made readable. For that for that purpose, we are making some conventions of our own. So Java follows one convention called as Cameron casing. Okay, so this is called as Cameron casing. So use this. So I'll press enter. It will create a class for you, I hope. Yeah, it is created. Yay. So you can see, you got something public class our first program. Yeah, so let me break down the code first. So what is public? Public means this class is accessible to all the other classes in this file. Okay, in this file, also in other files. If you create if you go to source and create new files, sorry, okay, we don't want that now. So if you create a new file, this will be accessible to that file also. So okay, that's one. So public, if I say public, it is accessible to all. So what are the other alternatives? I could call it as private. Private means it is not okay, I'll talk about private later. Okay, I could call it as protected. Okay, but this will show an error because this will show an error now. Okay, this is called access modifier, right? This will show an error now. Okay, so only public is allowed. I'll tell you why, because we have to include main method here, so only public is allowed. Okay, so public. So class is a keyword to define the class. Okay, to define it as a class, and our first program is the name of our class. You can see the Java file's name is our first program, and our class name is also our first program. Both should be same. Okay, so if you have only one class in your Java program and that is your parent class, this is called as parent class. If that is the case, then what is the name of the class name should be your name of your file name also. Okay, this is another convention in Java. You have to follow that, and if you don't follow this, you will get an error. Okay, so this is how we can create a project in IntelliJ IDEA. This is how we create a file in IntelliJ IDEA. In our next lecture, let us write a code, okay, using this. Okay.